Hey everyone, it's SandGod, aka Zero here, coming back to stories, and I don't think I actually had anyone comment on what they wanted, so I'm actually going to be going on my own way.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. Now you, Emperor. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once.
And he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him.
Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god, torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "What's the core?" said the stone anxiously. "If you be dead, I will give you the power to do what you want."
But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
Okay, so I kind of want to sit there and take the core because it told me not to, and I want to take the core.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance.
The stone felt a bit clingy, and he had a feeling it did not have his best interests at heart. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Sky Ripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power.
He would go there. The moment he landed the Farfarer, Renato had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Food School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
That stone is really annoying. Dear Zenobia, the director of the Academy has told me how much he was impressed by your academic performance and leadership. Somehow I doubt this was a session of bootlicking. I have seen plenty of those. That old toad is sincere. I'm proud of you, my daughter. You'll make a fine empress one day. On my end, great news. Professor Calaveras has been studying the Nexus and has made a bold observation. That toad is a true genius. You know how that island is unique, constantly changing, new crystallizations forming, appearing island fragments, merging, splitting, slowly drifting, held together by some invisible threads. Professor Calaveras is convinced those changes are not random, but rather indicative of the living nature of the island. He has observed that certain... I cannot speak today. He's observed that certain changes on the Nexus follow, or sometimes precede, a turbulence on another island. Landslide, quake, flood. The Nexus seems to be resonant with those events. Maybe the islands have a hive mind, and the Nexus is the brain. In any case, I'm funding a permanent, specific observation on the Nexus. It will affect the Empire's great minds. It will attract the Empire's great minds. With Professor Calaveras at the helm, I anticipate a great age of enlightenment for the Empire. With love, Father. So that explains why he's got that over at the Nexus. And I'm just gonna kill him because if I don't, these guys aren't a problem. Those guys are pretty much simple. And I did say, like in the last video, take them out first.
Renato
Sometimes,
had
yes.
once invested in a jewel store, but it lost money because someone kept robbing it. Twist, it was him.
Huh. Well, it doesn't. It kind of helps if you don't rob yourself. I've gotten better at this game now. It's been so long since I had to do like massive combos like that. There we go. Nothing was in that one, so I'm just gonna give up on breaking them because it doesn't seem like
There
nothing's...
was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Okay.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead.
I don't like that sometimes it's kind of weird that you can't move around certain
The stone
areas like
hadn't
that.
lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The call will kill you." "Are you afraid of it?" Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you so much as carry it, and if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
Okay, there's just a big area you can explore that's apparently has nothing, because I couldn't find anything. Except for this. Okay.
Where did that go to?
Ow. 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 What magic is the achievement I just got?
Not everyone knew how to use magical gems. Of course, not everyone had magical gem gauntlets like he did.
Okay. And I recovered my health up enough, so I should be okay. Okay. That was...
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect a transcendent emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
That was honestly too simple. That was easy too. And why are they all hero swords for one to get in? That's kind of... I don't know why you would have a bunch of doors being the exact same. And I slice. That. was... I don't mind that this gets easy, it's just... I kind of wish they would have been more. Oh, looky, I found the stone. That was fast.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. No, it's too much power. We will rip a hole in space and time.
He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out.
When Ronaldo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out, and "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Okay, last time I did go talk to them... So I kind of want to sit there and just have fun and go to the battlefield this time.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Bernardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Well, honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific, and he appreciated the quiet inside his head.
The Nexus was infested with ravens, but that didn't bother Renato. With each death, the converted Iblis stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't one. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
So I'm guessing I don't really know what I did to the Iblis stone besides shutting it up for a while. I'm just kind of hoping it stays quiet for now.
These platforms were great. Renato wanted one for his house.
Oh, so close. I was hoping I had 100 so I could upgrade my last sword. And since I have my void sword, we're gonna go this way first. I don't think the door's gonna let you see.
You never knew where the road would take you, thought Renato.
Okay, let's go grab whatever's over here. Running up a lot of stairs. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stairs. Okay, got rid of the shield.
I pick you!
Oh, that was flashy. Let's open this little treasure box and get... Ooh, critical chance. I think I actually have a critical chance level 2 on me, so... I may have to switch that out for level 3.
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Renato could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
Is that a, like, notch that I actually, like, found the end or something?
The Nexus was a key node in the Empire's communications. From here, he could cut the Ravens off from all communications with the palace. People had laughed at the government workbench placement program, but you could see the benefits everywhere.
Okay, so no, I didn't. I have other stuff equipped that... No, never mind. I kind of wish you actually could carry more than 2 or 3. Ow, I thought I knocked you down. I think I need to get the flash through people next. Because I've gone through people like a couple times and I still don't, like, it kind of goes around them.
Renato tore through the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow. There was a far speaker toad here. He called the council speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss, and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the far speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato,
It said.
If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia, the witch, taunting him. With the stone, he'd finally be her match.
So I can go to the base or go take on... You know, I'm gonna take on Zenobia.
Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap, but it didn't matter, did it? He could fight his way out of any trap. He was invincible. This was gonna be fun. Where was this ambush? Renato couldn't wait. At Sword Fu school, she'd always studied a little harder, practiced a little longer, complained really a lot less. And then she'd become a sorceress. He'd always known he'd have to take her by surprise or not at all. But this would be a surprise indeed.
Okay. I think the stone has actually kind of made him more arrogant. Because he's thinking that he's invincible, and it's kind of like... You're becoming more arrogant. Okay, I can't cut that.
Thought, Renato?
Finish healing. I still kind of want to know what the stone has done. Because it is kind of tempting to know what the stone has actually done to itself.
If only he had some way to break the ice. Or convince it he was a friend.
And I'm over here. That was easy. I think that's like the 7th time I said this is easy in this playthrough. There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, I now have 101, so I should be able to upgrade one of my swords to the, or my last sword really, to the max.
There was a sign. Take the goat across first.
What did they mean by goat? Because I am hearing a goat.
The mountain paths were infested with ravens. That was swell. Every time he cut one down, the stone glowed a little brighter.
In fact, everything glowed a little brighter. Look how white the snow was, and how very blue the raven blood was.
Seriously, where was she? He wanted to try his new strength against hers.
Oh, you were actually here. Come back
shy.
here. Ow.
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
Ooh, that's what I want. The Treasure Hunter 3. That's gonna get equipped to me. I was about to say, don't sit there and glitch on me again. Ow. Okay. Oh, there's so many ravens. Ow. Okay, this is actually where it glitched last time. And just last time I did this, I just stayed being quick. Dang it, I was gonna go over there. Oh wait. I have to do this first. And then close.
Renato felt antsy. He found a source of great power. But instead of joining with the rebels, he was on a fool's errand the Emperor's daughter had sent him on. The rebels were preparing a last-ditch attack against the Imperial fleet, counting on Renato to show up in time. Would he be too late?
Okay, we're gonna add Where was that dash through thing? Time mastery, time reflex, true sword. No, where was it? There's what I'm looking for. There. Hello, Zenobia.
At the end of the path was Zenobia. I thought you were going to ambush me, he said, a little put out. I owe you better than that. Well, what are we waiting for? That, she said, as a dropship poured a bucket of green liquid on his head. Drowsy gas. You can't stop me with drowsy gas, Zenobia. My power's too strong. Zenobia? Where was she?
When he awoke, he was staring up at the sky. Zenobia looked down at him, brooding.
I probably ought to kill you, but that'd be a bit tawdry, wouldn't it? She was tossing the glowing stone from paw to paw. This is pretty. Zenobia! He shouted, and then he fell back into sleep.
Renato woke up on the Farfarer. His head ached. He drank his favorite hangover remedy, but the brandy did no good.
Zenobia had beaten him again. Oh, he really should have listened to the Iblastone in the first place instead of messing around with the core. He had a bad feeling about the upcoming fight. But what kind of hero misses the final battle?
She took my stone. How dare she?
Renato was bruised and tired. He wasn't looking forward to killing ravens. It didn't even seem scary. It felt like a chore, like sweeping the practice room at Swordfu School, which he'd done his best to leave for Zenobia whenever he could. What would she do with the glowing Iblastone? That was terrifying, shouldn't it? But he just felt dull and stupid as he carved his way towards probable doom.
Okay, so the achievement I just got was, I guess, for having like all the swords upgraded, which not really that hard to do. And now I can just keep collecting a bunch of ore that I will never ever ever use. Because I have so much right now, and it doesn't matter what I do with it.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Renato. How intriguing.
It's easy to go this way. Plus, every time I seem to go this way, it changes. I will take energy. Oh, energy on kill, too. That works. Random slow motion moment.
It was all so unfair. He'd wanted to protect himself, protect the world from the Iblastone's hunger for blood and souls. And all he'd done is get mugged. Next time he owned a supernatural artifact that wanted tribute, he'd serve it champagne and caviar.
Might work.
Okay, let's make this quick. I'm on my break in literally 2 minutes.
And another raven down. I want my stone back.
This is quite the view, he thought.
Ow. And I'm just gonna heal myself because I don't know what she has planned, because with her, who knows. I am never gonna get through there without getting hurt at least once. Climbing, and now running. Oh, let's just hope I don't get killed at the end of this with another stupid thing I've decided to do instead of another. Scary giant mouth thingy. There we go. Let's find out how this story is gonna end.
Zenobia was cleaning blood off her sword and weeping. It's so hungry. I can't stop killing, she said. But I fed it the core of the Sky Ripper, and now it's hungry again. She wept. It was true. The Iblistone was black again, a void that seemed to suck all the light out of the sky. Take it from me, Renato, while you still can. Okay. I'll take it, he said. Yes, he thought. This is what it means to be a hero. To save the soul of even his old enemy when it looked like all was lost. He stepped forward to accept the sword from her outstretched hand. She flipped the sword, and the blade went into his gut. As the Iblistone sucked his soul into its infinite darkness, he could vaguely hear a voice, something like Zenobia's chuckle. Sucker. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up, like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. And he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
So I've been killed. Lupino's a traitor. So we know the Sky Ripper's unstable. We know the Iblistone will control anyone who's using it, and we know Lupino is, well, we know he's a stinking traitor who's killed us multiple times.
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before, and he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblistone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
So I've done technically all three of these, but I have an idea, and I kind of want to go to the temple.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters.
The Iblistone. It would whisper promises in his ear, offer him power for blood. But this time, Renato was sure he could master it.
And so, Bernardo went ostrich hunting. Child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
I don't know why I'm opening this, so I don't need to anymore.
Ooh, wouldn't his gauntlet look swell with that jewel in it? What was he doing here? Last time, the stone had fought him for possession of his own soul.
So my idea that I want to try is if I get the stone, there was another option that popped up besides kill Zenobia or use the Sky Ripper on it. And with that second option, I kind of want to see what would have actually happened if I did something, the other option with it.
The Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late.
There we go. Get rid of the one thing that'll keep these guys coming back. Okay. Now they're all dead. And now I must run. Huh. I don't think this was actually here last time.
The new pathway made Renato curious.
Oh yeah, it was. Let me see. Talk about the Ibis Stone. Yeah. So, like, if you see the Ibis Stone or someone without it, make sure that you sit there and yada yada yada. Oh, yeah, wrong button. Goodbye, Raven. Oh man, it self-destructs. Cool. Okay, go down this way.
Oh, this really didn't have much in the way of safety features, did it? Good have to clean up around here, he thought.
He even earlier said that he left like cleaning to Zenobia when they were growing up. Energy on
There
count
had to
3.
be some way to use the Iblis stone. It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Renato was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people.
Yes, he is. And let's just open the store again. One down, or it's 3 down, and this will be 4.
A chest that shiny deserved to be opened.
Attack speed 3. Okay, so I also have gotten to where I can do another one, but kind of want to increase some other stuff just because slow down attack after successful attack until your next action, tactical mode of combat like a true master. Yeah.
He was more and more extraordinary.
So I kind of wanted to add a little bit extra because I wanted to sit there and see what it was supposed to be like. Ow. Now that time I was stupid, and I actually activated every single trap, apparently. Okay, there we go.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
And now I go down.
This wasn't actually such a hard puzzle, come to think of it.
Yeah, it's really not. Just me being stupid and actually going again way too early.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once.
And he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him.
Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
That's actually the one I'm gonna do, is this one. And I'm looking at my time, because... yeah, we're actually gonna call it on this video for right now. So, yes, I am doing the Ibis Stone again, and I know some of you are like, why are you doing the stone again? Because every time you've done the stone before, you've died, and yeah, I know. But that's kind of the reason I want to sit there and see what happens if I use the gem for a different cost. But we'll find out what actually can happen on the next video. And I will probably have a new video out for you guys next week. There will be videos coming out this week, but for next week I'm going to start a new series, or kind of alternate between that series and this one. Or I could sit there and do this one, or do the next game that I have in mind, or toss in Kingdom Hearts. I am debating on this idea, by the way, for Friday. I'm debating on the idea of live streaming on either on Twitter, or not Twitter, I don't know why I said that, on Twitch, or live stream it to YouTube. But I'm debating about doing a Final Fantasy 15 video, just, you know, play where I'm at on Final Fantasy 15, so, or I may start over, just have a secondary file saved up, and you guys can see what I'm doing on that. Because that game is amazing, and I do like it. I just have not picked it up in a little while, because I've been playing Dream Drop Distance on Kingdom Hearts. But I will let you guys know closer to time, probably maybe Wednesday or Thursday. It all kind of depends on what happens. And if I do it on Friday, I will probably sit there and start live streaming and do like, maybe do a live stream from 10 o'clock to midnight, a 2-hour live stream, which would be pretty good, because I think I can get through a good chunk of the game in about 2 hours. I will skip the like beginner stuff, because I mean, I don't need to go through the tutorial. I kind of remember the controls. But if you guys want me to do the live stream, let me know. I would be happy to do it. If you guys want it on YouTube or on Twitter, I would be okay with either one. I can try YouTubing. I have not done it yet with that. So till then, please like my videos, subscribe them, share them with your friends, share them on Twitter, on Facebook. If you guys have any ideas of how to get higher than 144 subscribers, which is what I'm at right now, that would be awesome. I'm also debating on getting a Patreon account set up. That way, if you guys wanted to help me get some of the better equipment that you guys want, such as a camera or a capture card, so I could actually record more videos and actually have a bunch of videos saved up, so I could do maybe more than one video a day, because I do have to do this with Twitch. Just a heads up on that. But till then, stay frosty, everybody, and I will see you all in the next video. Good, and bye.